this one. I want to quickly show you what's growing in the garden. So on this bed, the first thing you see is the cabbages. I have both the white and the purple. This is a purple cauliflower and it has some aphids. I need to spray it with some soapy water. And then more cabbages. You can see that's a cabbage. And then over here you'll see some tomatoes. So I have tomatoes, and then just below the tomatoes I have spinach. So you'll see spinach underneath, and then after that I have broccoli and cauliflower. So that's what's growing on this side, broccoli and cauliflower. And then I have the curly kale. I have just a few of them, maybe around 4. And then on this edge I also have another type of kale. I think they called it Spencer. So this is my first so this is the first bed, this bed. Then next we look at this bed. It's rectangle in shape. So here we have some beans, and then also I saw this. I don't know, this looks like wheat. It looks like wheat. I think it's wheat. I must have dropped some seeds and then they grew. This is a hibiscus, the ornamental hibiscus, some marigolds, and then lots of sweet potatoes. So we consume a lot of sweet potatoes. I love having sweet potatoes in the morning, so that's why I put a bed just for sweet potatoes. And this sweet potato is the purple flesh, so the whole thing, the outside and the inside, is all purple. So this is what is growing here. And as you can see, I have intercropped that with different varieties of marigold. And you also see some Chinese cabbage and some mustard greens growing on the edge. They don't look happy. I also have this terere amaranth. Yeah, I want to keep the seeds for this purple one specifically. I just love colored vegetables, plus colors which tend to get this purple color or the really dark one tend to be extremely high in antioxidants. So that's why I want to preserve the seeds so that I can continue planting it. It doesn't look so happy. I think it's because it's quite hot, and also I've not watered, and it has also not rained. So maybe I need to give them some water so that they just don't die on me. Then next we will look into my third bed. It's a square shape. I think it's 4 feet by 4 feet. So the first thing you see here is cucumber. I've harvested quite a number and they've been so big, like so big, and I've also preserved the seeds. Yeah, so here I have cucumbers, and that's why I have this trellis so that they can use that to grow however they want. So I've been making detox using cucumbers in the morning. So I mix cucumbers, mint, aloe vera and lemon, and then I just have that in the morning. So I love the cucumbers, and I'm sad I only have one. So maybe I'll just have this one tomorrow, and then after that I don't know what, and I don't want to buy. So I think it's time I plant more cucumbers. And then on this bed you'll also see lots of leeks. I don't know if these are cauliflower or broccoli or kales. I don't know what they are. I might uproot them. They don't look so nice, and I don't really take care of them. And then beneath here we have some bulb onions. So there are several bulb onions. They're not many, And that is something I want to do next. Like, I want to plant lots of bulb onions the next time I'm planting. So marigolds. And then I also saw this. Look at this. This is the horned melon, or some people also call it thorn melon. So yeah, I want to train it to go to the trellis and use the trellis to go up. Lots and lots and lots and lots of marigolds. And the thing with marigolds, the more you harvest, the more they keep producing beautiful flowers. So there's marigold, there's also carrots. They're not ready. There are also carrots there in between. Looks a little bit messy, and more leeks. So yeah, that's what we have on this bed. Cucumber, some leafy greens, the thorn melon, the bulb onions, the leeks, the carrots, some beetroots, and then these marigolds. Into our bed number 4. So bed number 4 is growing tomatoes, and we have a beautiful zinnia over there. So actually some tomatoes are ripe. You can see this is ready for harvest. This one, my black beauty tomatoes, are also ready for harvest. So they usually turn red at the bottom when they're ready. Like this one is ready for harvest. I should harvest this one. In fact, it wants to like come out, so I will harvest those ones. These are so tiny, but also the black beauty. Then I have this is the beef steak tomato. You can see how big it is, and it gets even bigger. Although it's ripening now, I don't think it will get bigger than that. The other variety of tomato I have on this bed is the yellow pear. This one, you can see it has the pear shape. Look at it. It has that pear shape. Yeah, so it's the yellow pear. It should turn yellow once it's ready for harvest. We have this other variety. I've forgotten the name. What do you call these tiny tomatoes? Ah, I don't know. I've forgotten. The name has just like, I don't know. What is it called? But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I remember the name as we move on. So I also have that, and lots of the black tomato. So that is what is happening on this bed, different varieties of tomatoes. But then also I realized like I had some spaces in between, so I decided to plant some pineapples. I planted them the day before yesterday. I don't know if they're gonna be here permanently. Yeah, maybe after I harvest all the tomatoes, I'll decide what to do with the few pineapples that I planted. There are only 4, but I don't think I want them to grow in this bed. So that's how that bed looks, and I love zinnias. It looks so pretty. The next place where I'm growing lots of food and I want us to look is this other bed. So first of all, in this bucket I have kales and a Malabar spinach. I want it to climb, and then I will support it as it grows. And then over here, this is a rose flower. It's the one that produces like tiny rose flowers. Yeah. And then I have this climbing bean, and I've been harvesting the leaves, and when I'm making my so I harvest the greens and I mix them with spinach and kales and mustard and all that. So yeah, I've been eating the leaves as I wait for the beans themselves to come out, and they are so pretty. The flowers look nice, and I love how it is climbing with my wall. It makes the wall look so beautiful. In fact, it makes me want to add more beans so that we can have more of them climbing up. They look so nice. I'm also growing tomatoes, and you can see they are flowering. If there's a vegetable I love to grow, is tomatoes. So you're going to see tomatoes almost everywhere. And again, lots and lots of marigold, different varieties. Tomatoes. You see how pretty they are. This one are ready for harvest, and they're hiding there underneath. There are more. Look at that. I will harvest those ones. And then I also have this. It's not focusing. This is also rose flower. I also love how it's climbing and using the wall. I want to have as many climbers on this wall as possible. Another climber I have added is this passion fruit. This is the banana passion. So I also want it to grow and use this wall to climb. You also see I have some bell pepper plants. And then here on this side of the bed we have this wineberry. So it's a wineberry. I have eaten a few fruits from it and I love it, and right now it looks so healthy. You can see how green it looks. It looks so lush, and I can't wait to continue harvesting from it. So that is what you get. That is what we have on that bed. A lot of things, a lot of mix up, but I love it that way. So before I move to that other side, we are still on this side of the garden. Let me show you what's growing in the grow bags. So the first grow bag had some kales. I harvested them and then uprooted them, and then I decided to plant this pineapple sucker. And then over here, this is radish, the tiny one, the one that looks red, or is it pink? Let me see if I can get a small one. Yeah, this radish, this is what is growing. This is what is growing on this grow bag, and I'm leaving some of them for seed. Let me show you. You can see that. Yeah, I want to harvest all those seeds. Once they're ready, I dry them and I keep them in my seed bank. Yeah, so that's what's up. And I've been using this in my salads a lot. I'm actually almost finishing them, so I need to plant more. And then this is a yacon. Yeah, that's what they call it. This is yacon. Yeah, that's just it. That's what we have in those 3 grow bags. At this tiny bed, I think this is the smallest raised bed that I have. So in here I'm growing spinach, and that is why I put this cover, just to protect them from the scorching sun. I live in a very sunny area. In fact, it is semi-arid, so the sun is usually like very hot. So in here I have spinach, I have Swiss chard and coriander. Yeah, that's what's growing in this garden. And I also have some beetroot in that tiny garden. Then on that grow bag I have this apple plant, which I've had for the longest. Every time it grows, my goats usually end up eating the leaves, and then it just keeps on deteriorating every time. So yeah, I don't know when we're gonna harvest from it, but yeah, that's it. And then we have this beautiful tomato plant, and then underneath we have some strawberries, although they're not doing so well. Yeah, so that's what we have in this grow bag. Then I have another grow bag. This one, it has chayote. I hope that's the correct spelling, chayote. Yeah, the idea is for it to climb using this wall, so that it will provide shade, and also it will be beautiful against the white arbor. And more tomatoes. So we are done with half of the garden. Now we'll be going to this other side, but before we go there, I have a few passion plants on here. So I have this one, and I have the other one. This one, I need to train it up on this side like that. Then I have that one. So again, the goal is the same, is for them to climb up using this part of the trellis, and so that they can provide a beautiful shade. Because I have a seat, oopsie, what, I have a seat over here. So this is usually such a beautiful spot to sit in the garden. You can see both sides. You can see this side, and you can also see this side of the garden. You can have your tea here, your coffee here, whatever you want to have. So yeah, it's good to have shade. So that's why I have the passion fruit. So I want them to go up, 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 like that. And just next to the passion fruit, I have a watermelon, which is dying. I don't know. I never like. I'm not lucky with like watermelons. I don't get lucky with them. Like most of my watermelons always end up drying for whatever reason. So I think just don't have a thumb for watermelons. They just don't grow, which is fine. I'm not mad. This is strawberry guava. You can see it has some guavas. Look at that. They're supposed to turn maroonish. They will not grow so big like the other guavas, but it's supposed to turn maroonish, and I think that's when I'll know it's ready for harvest. And you can see there are small ones still coming up. I love the new growth. Focus. Yes, that's a good sign. So that's what we have there. This is a pepino. Yeah, this is a pepino. It's growing in this container. And then on this other container, I have kale and spinach. And they look so nice. The next thing we have in the garden is this pomegranate. It's yet to start fruiting, but I love how bushy it looks. I always make sure to prune at the bottom so that it gets bushy at the top. So we have that, and then next to it we have a passion. It's called a giant passion. I think it has like big fruits. And then this one is a Suriname cherry. And then next to the Suriname cherry, I have this hibiscus. These are cucumber seeds, by the way. Then we come to this bed. Let's go there and see what we have. We have giant bell peppers. I don't know what color this is. It could turn to red or yellow, or maybe it's just green. The thing with peppers, especially the red and the yellow, like they take a lot of time before they start turning. So we have the pepper. Below the pepper, you'll see lettuce, and just next to the lettuce, you'll see spring onion. Next to the spring onion, you'll see lots of marigold plants. Look at this beauty. This is a red bell pepper, and I need to harvest this. I need to do a harvest video. And lots of spring onions, lots of marigold. Again, in between, you will see pepper plants. They are flowering. lettuce, and they look nice. Zinnias, I love zinnias. This is also a lettuce, but the purple one, I love the color. And I also love like how easy it is to like just pluck a leaf and have that in your salad and just leave the rest growing. And then inside here we have another beauty. It's a yellow. If you can see that. Is it focusing? Yes. Yellow bell pepper, and she is so cute. No pests. And look at this. Look at this giant leaf. Look at this giant. This is a lettuce, and I also like how it is not the one that forms a head like a cabbage. This one also, I love this one because it is so easy to just pluck a leaf and leave the rest growing. More peppers. This looks like cayenne pepper. These are the Scotch bonnet, Jamaican Scotch bonnet. I've harvested a lot of them. I keep harvesting. I also dry the seeds for more planting. And then I think the star of the show on this side is the jalapeno. The jalapenos, they are pretty. Look at those peppers, and they are so big. They are so big. So big. Look at this one. Like, look at that. These are the jalapeno peppers. I think they will change color to red. That's why I have not harvested them. Look at that. I love how they look. I love them. Yeah, I want them to change color. The reason I think they're gonna change color is if you look at this, if you look at this jalapeno, it is such a dark green. And usually when you see peppers turn such dark green, it's usually a sign that they're going to turn red. So they usually turn green and then a very dark green, and then they start turning red. So I just want it to turn red, and then I'll harvest. Maybe the first one I'll just keep it for seeds, and then I'll consume the others. So yeah, that's what we have on this bed. Lots of peppers, lots of spring onions, and a few lettuce. And I'll take you to this bed, which is just next to the one we are from. And the first thing you see is this giant marigold. Marigolds are so many, and they're so pretty, and I love that some of them can get like really tall, that this goes all the way to my waist. So I love how big they can get, and also you can also have the small varieties like this one. So I love the mix up. So on this bed, just like the other bed, you'll see a lot of peppers, a lot of spring onions, and lettuce. That's it. So you can see how beautiful the peppers look. I have a giant yellow one. I need to harvest this one. It looks so nice. And then these are peppers. I don't know, what do they call them? Rainbow something, or Chinese rainbow, I don't know. But I love how they keep changing color. I think they change like from this green to yellow, and then from yellow to red, and I love it. A few lettuce heads over there. Spring onions. So I have this thick one, and I have the very thin ones. Although I find the thin ones to be more flavorful than these ones, but I just plant them anyway. This one is black or purple. Let's call it purple. It's a purple bell pepper, and it looks so good. We have more green peppers. We have a cayenne here, which I keep harvesting and drying and harvesting and drying, and I need to remove this. So with such crops, the secret to more harvest is harvest. Just continue harvesting if you want them to continue growing. And then right here, I'm sure you can see this beautiful orange popping. I don't know what pepper this is. I was given by a friend. In fact, he gave me 3 peppers. I'll show you. He gave me this one, which looks so nice, and I love the orange color. He gave me that. He also gave me this. Can you see this? This is a black prince. It is black, but then it also turns into a dark, deep red. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see. After the black, then it starts turning to some wine red. And then he also gave me, oopsie, sorry, marigold. Then he also gave me this. This is a jalapeno, but it is the sweet jalapeno. Like I usually just pluck and chew it and eat it. So he gave me those beautiful peppers, and I love them because they are all so different. My peppers are really doing great. I've harvested from this plant so many times, and this one is also ready for harvest. I need to harvest it. And lots of letters in between. So yeah, that's what we have. Oh, this one also is also a type of a pepper. I think it's called rocoto or rosoto. ROCTO or ROCOTTO. I'll put the name thereof on the screen. But it looks like a tomato, and it turns red like a tomato. You'd think it's a tomato, but it's actually a pepper. So that's it, and it's cute. This one is not supposed to be here, but now that it is here, let's see what's growing. So mint, you can see the beautiful mint, and then an eggplant, and then after the eggplant we have this kale, but this one I'm going to remove it. And you also have parsley. Can you see it? You also have parsley trying to grow over there. So yeah, eggplant, parsley, mint, kale in one container, and it also needs some water. Now let's come in here. This is my latest addition. This was actually done yesterday. I planted whatever is here yesterday. So these are pineapple suckers. Yeah, I've been wanting to grow pineapples for the longest, so I ordered some suckers, and I realized pineapples need a lot of spacing, so that's why I only managed to put around 6 pineapples over here, and then in between I decided to add some chives. These are garlic chives, and then spring onions, bulb onions, and more spring onions. So I think on this bed we'll just have pineapples and spring onions. I don't want to add another vegetable that will crowd the place, because I know the pineapples need a lot of space. So this is it. I think this is a 6 foot by 3 foot bed. In this container I have a lemon and the cherry tomato. That's the name I was looking for before. Cherry tomato. Look at that. So cute. So I have this lemon and the cherry tomato on this bed, and they also need water. Now on the last bed, I feel tired. I should have carried some water. So where do we start? Let's start here. This is a citrus plant. This is apricot eggplant, and this is plum. I know apricots and plums love the highlands. Most of the time I just experiment. I don't know some of these things, and I don't even do research. I don't care to do research. Sometimes I just plant and let the plant surprise me with whatever results. So these ones, the apricot and the plum, I know they love the opposite of this weather. The apricot and the plum love the opposite of the weather that I have here, but I'm willing to just try and see. What's the worst that can happen? Nothing. They'll just dry up. And yeah, we continue experimenting. So on this bed you'll see lots of flowers and herbs. That was the goal. That's what I wanted to achieve. So here, this is a dahlia. It's yet to flower. These are marigolds, and they look so nice. Look at that. Marigolds, lots of marigolds. And then down here it's like a stair. So we have this one at the bottom, and then we have this one. So this is the pineapple sage. Pineapple sage is amazing for sore throat. So if you have sore throat, you boil your water with ginger, and then you just tip this inside, and it will cure your sore throat. I also don't buy spices. So this is thyme. Thyme is ideal for white meats. It's not focusing. Okay, it has refused to focus, but thyme is ideal for white meats like chicken and pork. It makes the food delicious. So I use the thyme from my garden. I don't buy thyme, and I can also dry it if I want. And then this is called a dwarf curry plant. You can also use it to make curries. It smells like roiko. If you're Kenyan, you know roiko, you know what I'm talking about. So that one is amazing in curries. And then this is oregano. I love the smell of oregano. Oregano is also used in food. I also love to use it when I'm toasting bread. Maybe I'll show you in one of the videos how I do it. And then this is a sage, another variety of sage, which is different from this one, you can see. But it's also sage, just that this is pineapple sage, and this one is a different variety. And then here, this is the African basil. This one is so hardy, and I love how this plant is always attracting bees. Like, you're always going to see so many bees over here because of this plant, and it smells so nice. And basil helps to repel mosquitoes, whiteflies, aphids. So I love it. And you can also make pestos from it, which I think I should do soon. Then this plant, this is sulfur cosmos. So that's a sulfur cosmos. And then just below the sulfur cosmos, I have lavender. So I usually use the lavender in my tea, mostly at night. So I can do lavender with hibiscus or lavender with chamomile. When I do lavender with chamomile, I sleep like a baby. So we have looked at the lower tier, and we have this pawpaw plant. I don't know whether it's male or female, but we'll worry about that later. So you can see my zinnias. Oh my, I love how they look. I love the different shades of purple, and I love the little buds. So this is the Jamaican Scotch bonnet. I planted from some seeds I had harvested and dried and planted. And then some kale, which I might transplant. Sometimes I just plant things anywhere because I don't want them to dry, and then when I have a suitable place to plant them, then I can just uproot and plant where I want. So I don't think this will grow here, but for now, that's the safest space Otherwise it will just end up drying, and I don't want that. So peppers, and you can see also the lettuce seems to be suffering, it's not doing as good. And then this is an orange. I think this is the Washington navel. And we have another baby. So cute. I can't wait. And more babies, more flowers, more and more coming up. Okay, I don't know what this is. Oopsie. I don't know what this is, but I'll just take a photo and I'll go research more about it later, and that's how we learn. Then this is a sunflower. She is so cute. I've been looking for the sunflower that usually have like multiple heads. I don't know where I can get those seeds, but I want that kind of sunflower, the one that has like multiple heads instead of just one head. But this one, I also love it. It's so cute, and it's not so tall. It's a dwarf. Just below me, another grow bag. In this grow bag, there is a kale, and there are bulb onions. I had planted them in another garden, but then I ended up removing them because they were not getting enough sun. It was quite crowded. So yeah, this is where I brought them. And then just next to this grow bag, we have this other grow bag. This other grow bag has tromboncino. We have tromboncino growing over here. If you don't know what tromboncino is, maybe I can put a photo. You can see they're yet to pollinate. I've not had luck growing them, but I keep trying. I don't know if I'm gonna be successful in this season, but you know what? No giving up. We just keep trying, until whatever wants to work works out. That's just it about gardening. And we have more sunflowers. She is so cute. Oh my god, I love it. She's so pretty. And then this is, I don't know, is this sorghum millet? It's one of those, and I just threw some seeds. In fact, I had put the seeds on the ground for the birds to eat, the sorghum and the millet. And then these ones ended up growing, which is weird. I didn't know I can grow that, but now I know. So maybe in one season I will try growing sorghum in an entire bed and see how that performs. Then this is basil. It does not look so happy. It needs pruning. It also needs a lot of water. And just below the basil, you'll see a lot of calendula. These are calendula plants. The calendula flowers are very good for skin, for babies who get napkin rash, for people who have eczema. So yeah, so I have the calendula. It's yet to flower. But that's what's there. And then of course tomatoes. I told you, me and tomatoes, we love each other. You will see tomatoes everywhere. So tomatoes, and this is the pear tomato. This one will turn yellow once it's ready, and you can see how beautiful it is. It looks like a pear. I also have some beetroot and some bell peppers on the top tire. And then we also have this is, I almost said tamarind. What is it? Tangerine. Why was I calling it tamarind? It's tangerine. This is tangerine. I think it also needs water. That ground looks very dry. Here it's just flowers. Marigolds, baby breath. This is baby breath. She's so cute. Look at her. Yo, so pretty. Yeah, marigolds, baby breath, and just more flowers. So yeah, that's what we have there. And then we have this bucket. It is growing a pumpkin. Yeah, the flat white pumpkin. Although I don't like how it's behaving, maybe you can tell me and help me. You can see it is turning yellow. and it has not even pollinated. It has not even, not really pollinated, it has not even opened up its flower, because if the flower had opened up, I could say it is lack of pollination, that's why it's drying up. But now the flower has not even opened up for pollination. So I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a nutrient deficiency. I don't know, but I'll just keep it. I just want it to grow up the trellis, and hope I'll be able to hold the weight of the pumpkins with my trellis. And then at the back of this bed, you will see more tomatoes everywhere, and they are flowering. You can see that they have flowers, and these are beefsteak tomatoes, so they're gonna be huge, like really huge. So we have those tomatoes. Just next to that, we have this beautiful Malabar spinach. I have not made a meal from the Malabar spinach, but I will soon. It's just that I don't have enough leaves for it. But once I have a significant harvest, then I'm going to make a meal from the Malabar spinach. But I love it because it's hardy and it's a perennial plant. So this is one of those plants where I'll just keep harvesting and it keeps giving, and it will just, it's just a prolific plant, and I love that. And then we have some peas over there. This is also a pumpkin. This is also pumpkin, and you'll see more and more tomatoes. These tomatoes are like very different varieties. I have a white tomato, I have yellow tomato, I have the green one, like the one where it is ripe but it still looks green. So yeah, I can't tell which is which until they produce the tomatoes. So right now I can't really tell. And then this one is the horned melon. I'm just giving it support so that it can grow up the trellis. And these are tomatoes which don't have space in the garden. They're just waiting to be transplanted somewhere. Last thing I want to show you is this giant, okay, it's not a giant, let me stop exaggerating, it's a passion fruit, but I love, look at this. So look, they usually just ripen and drop, they ripen and drop. I don't want to pick them because there are several. I need to come with a basket and carry them. There's so many, look at that. See, look at this beauty. Oops. I just held it and it just fell. It shows you it wants to be harvested. And let me tell you, they are many. Look at that. We have 3 on the ground. Actually not 3. We have that one. We have that one. We have that one. I love. This is what makes it worth it. Like, I'm not going to the market to buy passion fruits. I just come with a basket and harvest. And the thing with passion fruits, they keep bearing. As I eat those ones, we have others that are flowering. Such a prolific plant, and I love it. Look at this. And I'm training this to go all the way up on the chicken coop. And just below the passion fruits, I have this comfrey. I have the comfrey, and I've also planted more apples, some in containers and some on the ground. And also, this is also another passion fruit, just that a different variety.